All right, welcome to our level 14 video. This Friday I have all day training, so I won't be able to meet with you. So I thought I'd go ahead and make you a video so that you could do the assignment and get the points there for the enrichment session. So I've created a new folder using the 800 by 800. I've adjusted it when I went to new here and did the image size as 800 by 800. I right-clicked, added a planet layer here, and then I have opened up one of the course resource folder images in level 14. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to export it as, and you want to make sure to change it and add .pat at the end. Not .jpg or anything else, just .pat. And when you do that and you click export, it'll ask you if you want to make this a GIMP pattern, and you say yes. I want you to go ahead and export that to your course resource folder here. Now, in your Unit 14, you'll notice I've already done this one, so I'm going to click cancel here. You're going to open up your operating system, program files, GIMP 2, click on Share, GIMP 2.0, and your Patterns folder here. And then you're going to go over to, lost my other folder here apparently, so I'm going to right click, I'm going to go File Explorer, I'm going to go Current Classes, Image Design, 14. And I'm going to take this dark gray and I'm going to just drop it in over here. Now it's going to probably ask you if you need to have administrator permission. Just go ahead and click continue if that comes up. If you have a password on, be sure and put your password in there. All right, so that's the best way to get in there. And so now I'm going to take and I'm going to refresh my patterns here to make sure it went in. And so there we go. It's GIMP pattern 1. They're kind of hard to tell when they're small. All right, so you can get rid of that guy. All right, so here we have our image here. And we're going to go back and make sure we're clicked on the planet. And we're going to go with the filters, map, and we're going to map our object. Now I did have some problems earlier with one. I've actually recorded this like several times because I had issues with it. You want to make sure if you're having problems where it doesn't map the image, you save, close out of GIMP, come back in. That's what seemed to work for me. So we want to make sure we've got this preview on, and I'm going to check my light source here. And I'm going to actually bring my light up or down, and I keep having to click preview for it to update for me. And diffuse, I'm going to go with some diffuse there. It's actually a little too much. There we go. All right. And you can do the intensity levels here. That's too intense. Just wherever you like it there. And make sure you're clicking that. All right, kind of like the ambient there. All right, so once you have it, you're going to click OK. And it's going to turn this into your planet. Ta-da! Beautiful planet. All right. So now what I've learned, a really good idea to do is to take your fuzzy select and cut out that planet to make sure it's on a transparent layer. So I'm going to take, there's also a way that I think you can click it in there, but I just didn't do that. So I want to make sure and have that just like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to colorize it. And you can choose whichever color you want here. I'm actually going with the one that was kind of came up right away. That's kind of nice. And you can adjust your saturation and your lightness. I think I'm going to go right in there and click OK. All right. So this is where you want to do any moving of your image, any resizing of it. I'm just making mine a little smaller and I'm going to put it down here in the bottom, I've decided. Okay, so that's where you want to change it, because once you've started these next parts, you're going to need to just, keep going here. So, and you need it to be where you want it. So the next part here, I'm going to go to ScriptFu Layer Effect, and I'm going to do an inner glow. And I want to change that color to something kind of similar. Because, All right. And then I'm going to adjust these items here. So the settings I want here are the offset angle, field, offset angle, field. Hold on, am I on the right one? Inner shadow, not inner glow. I'm like, why is that not right? There we go. Inner shadow. Silly me. Leave this one on black. All right. So I need here 50, 10, 70, 180. I've got it all set up the way I want, somewhere between 85 and 90. And my blending mode needs to be on multiply. All right, here we go. And I'm going to go click with the layer there. And so that's going to go ahead and give me that shadow and put it in there. All right. So we have that part, and that looks really pretty good. It's given it a nice rounded appearance to it, and I really like that. So your first secret word goes with our lovely planet here, and it's pattern, P-A-T-T-E-R-N. Pattern is your first secret word there. All right, so now we're going to adjust the background here, and we're going to change this to stars. And this one's really fun. I always love making this. You want to make sure that your foreground image here is black, and use your fill. Silly me. It's still on pattern, so you want to make sure to change this back to a fill color. There we go. All right, so now we have our lovely star background to it, and it doesn't really look like stars yet, so we have to add some hurl. And of course, I know you guys always love that term hurl. Students have made fun of me because of that one forever, but I'm going to hurl here. All right, so we're going to go with filters, noise, and hurl. And I have the hurl set up on 3 and 1. And I like where that is. You can choose somewhere between 1 and 5 there. And as you can see, that gives you the stars in the background there. And it may be a little harder for you to see there. What you always want to do here is go up to color and desaturate. And this just keeps it from being so really colorful. So now it really looks like a sky, and a sky at night. I really like that. So it's totally up to you if you want more than that or not. So then you need to go ahead and add some clouds here. sort of a Milky Way look to it. So we're going to make a clouds layer. And so I'm going to go new layer. And I'm going to say clouds. Molly, stop. You're all right. Okay, dokie. All right, so we have our clouds layer. And we're going to go ahead and do that bucket fill again. And it's going to cover up your stars, but don't worry. Okay. So we're going to go up to the filter menu, and we're going to go with render, clouds, and difference clouds. Now I already have mine set up to have randomized clicked, detail 1, 4, and 4, and that's what you want. So I'm going to click OK, and it always looks kind of strange. All right. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to choose in this mode up here. You're going to click on this mode up here, and you're going to choose burn. All right. Now it seems like it's gone away, and what it's done is it's just made spaces in the stars where those clouds are. So I'm going to duplicate my layer for the clouds copy. All right. And we're going to add sort of a space gas look to it. So we're going to choose on this one, grain merge. And there we go. That's added some of that back in. And we're going to colorize. And you can bring your hue down and adjust your lightness. It's up to you. You know, you can make it really not so starry night or a very starry dark night. I like to have mine just a little hint of it. I try not to go too crazy. And I like to have mine about the same hue or just a little different, like a little dark blue like that. So I'm going to glow with that and click OK there. And you'll notice sometimes it has this line around the outside, and don't worry about that. That's just one of those things it does. We'll just not worry about that. All right. So making the planet glow. So we're going to go up to ScriptFu, Layer Effects, and we're going to go with our outer glow button here. And I've selected kind of a color that's kind of similar. And I've adjusted these to 22, 40, and 50 down here. And I'm going to go ahead and click all right. I think I had it on the wrong one. Let's try that again. Let's click back on my planet layer this time. Outer glow. See, you gotta make sure you're on that right layer. There we go. Now we have an outer glow there. It's a little much for me, so I'm going to adjust it, and I'm going to maybe even take my opacity down a little. Let's see what happens there. Bring it up just a little. 15. That's nice. It gives a nice soft little glow. It kind of depends. But see, you can see it just in here. That's where you can really see it, and up here. So it depends on how much you want there. I like it because it it just makes it pop out a little there. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is the lens flare and using that screen blending mode. So we're going to add a new one called flare that's going to go just above the clouds copy here. And so if you right click on it and go new layer, it's going to put it right above there. So I'm going to click OK and see it put it right above those clouds just like I want it to. So I'm going to use my bucket tool again. And I'm going to go with black. I'm going to go up to filter, light and shadow, lens flare. All right, so we have the lens flare here, and you can move your lens flare wherever you want it to go. Just make sure you don't make it right over your planet. I'm going to maybe try mine in here. I'm going to click OK and see how I like that. Actually, I quite like that. Can give a lens flare even kind of behind it. So it looks kind of nice. It's up to you. I'm going to try that again. And I think I'll put it back. Maybe this way. Oh, that's perfect. I love that. All right, so now I'm going to go up to my mode and I'm going to go with screen. And what that does is it brings back the rest of your screen there. So here you have how to make your planet. It really turned out quite well and I hope you enjoyed it. So you're going to just save it and put it in your folder. And I'm going to call it Blackwell. Nope, sorry. Blackwell Planet. Okay. And I'm going to click OK here on the save, and then I'm going to go to File and Export As, and I'm going to export that as a JPEG. All right, so that's what you're making there for your assignment A. Now in assignment 2 you can make a bunch of different things, and I wanted to show you an example. So let me see if I can find this example. See if it's on this one. Oh, here it is. I knew I'd find it. So this is the one that I wanted to show you as that example. So as you can see, they took and they rounded 3 different marble images and put them on a bowling alley background and turned that into some spheres as well there. So I hope you enjoy that and you can do something fun with your assignment too. All right, your second secret word here before I forget is flare, F-L-A-R-E, F-L-A-R-E. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it will help you with your